What's up, Vloggy Pilots? Vloggy Poncho here. Oh, I just got home from work. It has been insane lately. I don't have a whole lot of spare time. I'm making this video to tell everybody I'm not dead, basically, because I have had so much going on lately. Just my projects at work have gotten to critical stages. Basically, this is the point where it either makes it or breaks it. And there's a lot of pressure on me personally for the past few weeks, and that's why I haven't been putting up videos. I just haven't had the time or the energy. And I'm looking into the future and thinking that it's probably not going to change a whole lot. I guess I have to kind of recognize I'm no longer able to produce the number of videos I made when I was in college. The whole reason for that is because, like I say, I just don't have the time anymore. And the energy as well. It's too much all at once. Like, when I come home from work, I only have so much left in terms of my motivation to accomplish things. And the other problem is that my general interest in video games has decreased significantly over the past couple years, to the point where I have to find particular things to keep me interested in a game. And my attention span for a game has significantly shortened, I believe. It seems like back in the day I could play a game for non-stop for a month and do everything in the game and just go crazy. I still have that sort of attitude where I can pick up a game, and if I'm interested in it, I'll play through it like crazy and have all kinds of stuff coming out of it, and spend, you know, hundreds of hours on one character or whatever, just go way deep. But now my attention span has just been shortened, so where I'll play a game for a couple weeks and then I'll lose interest in it. And it's difficult for me because the games that I want to make and the series that I want to make are big, long games. And I have these big aspirations and really big ideas that I'd like to see come to fruition, and very little motivation to actually make that the case. It's sort of my Achilles heel in my life in general, is that my motivation doesn't at all match up to my aspiration. The things that I want to accomplish just aren't happening because I'm not putting in the effort. And it's like, it's true in so many different ways. So basically, I'm making this video to let you guys know that I'm not dead, and I am still around. Nothing's happened or anything. I haven't quit Let's Playing or anything crazy. I know people have been leaving comments like, "What happened to you? Where are you?" Messaging me on Facebook. Basically, it's going to be a little bit tough from now on. So compared to the amount of videos I was putting out in college, which was like 1 or 2 a day, it was crazy. Now granted, back then I actually was still producing about the same amount of content when I was producing, because the videos were only 10 minutes long and then they were only 15 minutes long. The episodes I make now, range from 25 to 40 minutes, so it's really like 3 of my old videos in terms of how much time it takes to make them and how much time you get out of watching them. So it's like when videos do come out, they're like big whammies, and I don't want people to forget that. And part of the reason I was able to make so many videos back in the day is because they're all 10 minutes. The first year, 2 years I was Let's Playing, I was limited by that. And all my big Let's Plays I did at the beginning, like Ocarina of Time, that series I did Ocarina of Time and Master Quest, and between the two it was like 150 videos. Crazy. A huge Let's Play. And now I'm taking on even bigger projects, like Fallout New Vegas, which you guys obviously haven't seen for like 2 weeks as I haven't been doing it. I'm thinking that's going to be about 100 videos, but each of those is like half an hour. So that turns out to be like the equivalent of like 300 old videos, so twice as long as Ocarina of Time, which is already a big game. So basically, I'm taking on these really big projects, and I don't have the time or the energy to complete them in a timely fashion. They will get done eventually. I promise I will be finishing all the games I started, and I will be, fulfilling all my promises when the time comes. It's just that I've come to the realization that I can't expect myself to keep up with the pace that I used to have if I'm going to play the games that I want to play. So basically what I'm trying to figure out is, and I'm doing this in a lot of ways in my life. I'm doing this in my fitness regimen as well. I'm trying to find a happy medium that I can do forever. Because I've noticed that when I do extreme things, like a really strict diet, or a really strict workout routine, or a really strict uploading schedule, I can keep to it for like a month or two. And then my motivation falls off a cliff, and I'm no longer able to stick with it. And it drops down to nothing. So what I'm trying to find is a happy medium that I can do forever, rather than having extreme highs and lows. So I'm trying to think, how many videos a week is that? What kind of production rate could I actually keep up ad infinitum while still working and being stressed? What's my expected output? What can I do with it? So I have a ton of different things that I still like to Let's Play. I have a Let's Play idea for, actually, I want to play an entire trilogy of games. I want to do the Mass Effect series. And I know in my head, like, okay, that's huge. That is a ton of content. Especially if I did all 3 of those games, that would just be kind of nuts in terms of how many videos that would have to be. That would be a heck of a lot. I think the 3 of those games together would be like 60, 70 hours of video time, which is a hell of a lot of videos. But I have a really compelling idea that I want to see done in Mass Effect, and I don't think it's a run that people really are doing. So I've found this niche where there's like, there's a gap in the video market, and I'd like to fill that. I'd like to produce the content to put there. But I don't know if I want to even start the project, because I'm afraid that it'll sputter out and I won't be able to finish it. So basically, I'm going to try and get through the games that I'm already in. Minecraft will be the easiest to finish, because I've decided not to do that achievement where you walk to all the biomes, because that would just take forever, and it's not very rewarding. I'm making up my own rules. I can change them if I want. So the plus that achievement is like impossible to record, because I don't know when I'm going to hit the last biome. So I'd have to record a crap ton of footage to get like 3 minutes of me walking into the last biome and going, oh, I got it. So it's not really worth it for me. So I'm just going to go straight to the Wither next, and then that'll be the end of that series. It's not a whole lot left. But in Fallout New Vegas, there's still a lot to do. And basically, I need my interest, which has been in Skyrim for the past couple weeks, to fall out of Skyrim, which will happen soon, I think. And when that does, I'll fall back into New Vegas, I think. So basically, I can only do one thing at a time, and it's at the point now where I no longer have the time or energy to, for example, play a game for leisure and do Let's Plays. I don't have the time to do both. And Netflix, of course, is competing with all of that, as well as the fact that I don't always get home on time, or I work late, or I'm busy with Megan on the weekend, so it's like, it's hard for me to keep up. And I regret that it's become this way. I wish I could still produce a video every single day like I did in college, but I don't know. For that to happen, it would have to be a big change. Really, for me to make a Let's Play video every day, I would have to cancel my Netflix subscription. That would be what it would take, I think, because I would have a ton more time in my life to get things done. Honestly, that would probably improve my quality of life in general if I were somehow able to limit my Netflixing. But it's something I tried in the past, and temporarily. Like I did the week without Netflix, and it only ended up being about 5 days before I went back to watching. And I don't know, things were a little bit different that week, but it wasn't like I was suddenly, had tons of extra energy. The reason I can watch so much Netflix is because it takes virtually no energy to do it. I don't have to put in any effort. But I've read studies online that say that your brain is more active when you're asleep than when you're watching TV. Because that's just, you zonk out. You sit down on the couch, that's what it takes to watch Netflix. And it takes a lot more than that to get into a video game and to produce Let's Play content. So I think from now on, I'm going to try and focus on smaller portions that I can record in like when I have a day off, I can just spend I can spend like 6 hours recording and do like a whole chunk of a game and then upload that for like 2 weeks. You know, the kind of stuff where I can keep a backlog. That's why I'm out of practice on everything. And I have other things that I'd like to stream. I have ideas for streams I'd like to do. But the technology for the streaming is just so bad that the software just constantly fucks up. It's awful. And then it just seems like that it's so unreliable it's hard to even do. So basically I'm frustrated. I'm stuck between what I'd like to accomplish and what I feel able to accomplish. It's disappointing that they aren't matching up for me. So what's the plan for the future? The plan for the future is finish Minecraft and then keep moving through New Vegas and finish New Vegas before going to anything else. I'm kind of debating how I want to do New Vegas, because it's like my plan was to do all the expansions and then finish the main quest. But I'm sort of thinking maybe I should do the main quest after we're done with Honest Hearts. That way that the series can be done and the expansions can be like bonus series that come later. But maybe, I don't know, maybe that's not the best idea. Maybe I should follow through my plan like I had originally, because the way I built my character kind of depends on it. I don't know, I still have some more thinking to do on that. I don't know, it's disappointing to me, and it's sort of representative of my general loss of enjoyment for video games in general. And it's disappointing that that's how it is now. But I just, I'm getting older and they just don't appeal to me like they used to. It's weird. I never thought this would happen. I never thought I would be that guy. You know, it's like, oh, well, this doesn't sound fun anymore, but it's become less fun. Really. And it disappoints me. It makes me sad, you know. It's like an old friend that I no longer hang out with. Like, oh, yeah, we had good times. I haven't seen you in a while, you know. That's what it is. That's what it's like for me with the thorough enjoyment of a video game. And I don't know. Maybe it's just my brain's changing. They say your brain isn't done developing until you're 25, so I got another couple years of that. But I don't know. The last few games I've played just haven't grabbed my attention. I haven't been able to immerse myself and just kind of really get into it. I don't know, like I tried to play KOTOR 2, and besides the fact that series had hellacious recording issues, the game itself wasn't even drawing me in. Like I wasn't hooked at all. And I played Monkey Island, and I kind of appreciated it as a game, and I enjoyed the puzzles, but then that quit halfway through, and you know, I had so many different ideas for things that I've started, and then just I'll start a game and I'll just put it down like after a few days. It's like, oh, didn't hold my attention. And I've got tons of games on Steam that I've bought thinking, oh, this would be fun. And I never even bothered to start. You know, I'm trying to justify my Let's Playing existence with my lessened interest in video games. And I don't know. Maybe the end result will just be that I retire from Let's Playing a little sooner than planned. I'd hate for that to be the case, because I know you guys enjoy the videos a lot. And there are times when I still really enjoy making them. It's just I have to be in like just the right mood. And me coming home an hour late from work, stressed out, and just wanting to relax is not the mood for me to make good videos. I don't know. I think it's symptomatic of my life in general right now. My job has sort of begun to suck the life out of me once again. It comes and goes in terms of how much I totally hate it. But in general, it sucks out my enjoyment of life, at least a little bit. Even from a little bit to all of it. And that makes it hard for me to do anything else. Like, stay fit, you know, stay motivated, get Let's Plays done on time, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I am still working on making changes to the poncho pack as well. But, that's another thing that's just so huge that I worked on it every day for a week. I added a bunch of new textures, but there's still a crap ton left because it's hard to keep up with the team at Mojang and all the crap that they're adding. I don't know. I'll probably release just what the latest version of that is and then just let it be for a while with some of the textures just still being vanilla. I have to deal with that for a while. Yeah, it's tough. It's tiring. It's tiring being an adult, basically. And I feel like I would have gotten used to it by now, but I don't know. I guess I sort of understand why. As a kid, I didn't get it. I didn't understand. Like I knew adults where it's like their life was they go to work, they come home, they sit on the couch with a beer, and they watch TV until it's time to eat dinner, and then they watch more the local news and Conan and go to bed. And that's the 5 days out of every week. And then on a Saturday, they mow the lawn, go grocery shopping. Sunday, they just sit around the house doing nothing, and then rinse, lather, and repeat, you know? I never understood that as a kid. I was like, come on, don't you want to do stuff? Don't you want to, go and hang out with people, hang out with your friends, and, play video games, and all this other thing? Like, no. I don't have the energy for that shit. I spend 3/4 of my waking time at work, and it's fucking tiring. I don't know. Now I'm starting to get it. Now I understand. It's not like they don't want to go out and do things. It's not like they don't want to, have all this stuff on, fulfill all these plans. It's they don't have the fucking energy anymore. And that's how I am. I thought at first, that it was just me adjusting to, high school was a certain schedule, and then college was a different schedule, and now real life is a different schedule. And I figured I would just have to get adjusted to, okay, I'll get up at this time, and I'm working until then, and this is how much free time I have, blah, blah, blah. The truth is, I have adjusted to it, and it still sucks. It's a hell of a lot less free time than I had in high school, a hell of a lot less than I had in college. It's a hell of a lot less free energy, extra energy. And basically just, I don't think that's ever going to change. And what I have to decide is, how am I going to spend the fraction of my life that I actually have to do my own things? And all of that fraction has to be, me taking care of all my adult responsibilities, like paying all my bills and shit, to me keeping my apartment clean, and then everything else that's in the entertainment sector competing, Netflix, playing video games for fun, making Let's Plays, watching movies, going out, going bowling, whatever else. And it's like, and in college I had tons of free time, and I was able to dedicate, I was actually a small fraction of my free time was Let's Playing. It was probably like 1/3 or so of my free time I spent Let's Playing. Now, if I spend, I don't know. Now I have so many other things competing. I didn't have Netflix back then. I watched a lot, but I watched a shit ton of YouTube videos, so it's basically the same. I don't know. I'm sure part of it is my less free time, and part of it is just getting older and losing interest in things, or my interests are changing at least. A lot more interest in watching TV than I used to have. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. It's kind of just life changes, I guess. Alright, let's wrap this up. So, the Let's Plays will still be happening. We will be getting back into New Vegas and Minecraft. I basically just have to I gotta find my muse again, And I have to figure out what I'm going to do about my free time being full of Netflix. And I have to figure out a recording schedule, or rather an upload schedule, that you guys can expect. That way it's not every day for 2 weeks and then nothing for 2 weeks, which is what it's been lately. So I'm going to try and figure out, maybe like 3 times a week would be good, some kind of consistent schedule of like these 3 days there'll be a video. I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it. I'll make another video when I've decided what will be a good schedule and how it's all going to go. In the meantime, please just bear with me. I know it's a little bit frustrating to have a Let's Play just kind of come to a halt without finishing, but it will be finished eventually, I promise. So thanks for sticking with me and waiting it out. All right, I gotta go make dinner. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.